Good night, ladies and gentlemen, viewers of the um, Tropical Business Summit 4. You are visiting now the team Diaspora Resources for Africa Development. What you are seeing now is you are talking to John Brewster. I was born in Suriname, living in the Netherlands, and I am a board member of the African Diaspora Network Europe, and also a law teacher. I want to thank the Tropical Business Summit who organized this, and Mrs. President who organized this, Mrs. Venetia Gino, for giving me this opportunity to elaborate with you about the diaspora and the resources for Africa and development, as this team named. I don't know if you can see what I'm sharing now, because I'm sharing my PowerPoint with you, just to elaborate with you how I see how to use our resource for Africa and to help develop Africa, our homeland. I put it in my PowerPoint like diaspora and cross-border investment. That means we see our diaspora like a huge potential of capacity building, job creation, technology, and innovative transfer. That means that That means that I have to tell you also what ADNI is, the African Diaspora Network. We are a platform, an umbrella platform who is in Brussels. We are a network and promotes integration, provide platform for constructive dialogue and migration environment and source themes. The question is now, what is the role of a diaspora in nation building? It's the same question as we see that we are trying to answer the diaspora resources for Africa. The whole time we're talking about the diaspora, the whole time we're talking about how diaspora can help develop our Africa, our homeland. And I put it like the diaspora and the rule of the nation building. It is now another view. In the beginning, our homeland, our country, see the diaspora as only an excess of financial income, and the policy was only to bring the diaspora home back. In our modern day, diaspora is a broader view in policy. Diaspora is now trying to do on a nation building. Nation building process is based not only on a financial research, but also on a social and political dialogue, advocacy, and awareness to state stability for development. Diaspora are also becoming significant players in building democratic institutions in their homeland. We know a lot of diaspora say, yes, I want to help, but in my homeland, the democratic institutions are not so strong. For Korea, for example, Korea demonstrate that an enabling environment combines this theme shared for the homeland. Diaspora also contribute to private sector growth and value chains extension. Diaspora have also been involved in community development. We have a lot of examples where diaspora is busy in involving with community development, sometimes on a local basis. Diaspora motivation for cross-border investment. That's the question we have to ask. Why do diaspora um, wants to invest in their homeland? What is driven them? Why you are in another country, you left your country, why you will invest in your homeland? Research show that there are three reasons why diaspora wants to invest in their homeland. Financial returns, you want to invest so you will earn some financial return. But there is also a lot of diaspora who do it because they want a social return and emotional return. We have for the social and emotional returns, we could name the professional top sporters. We, for example, the national football team of the Netherlands is for 60, if not 70%, Suriname born footballers. And a lot of them say, I want to play for Suriname because I have an emotional return there, I want a social return. So it is for sure they don't do it for financial return because the money they get in Europe, they will never get in their homeland. And still they say, I want to play for my own homeland. That is so the emotional and social returns. These investment motivation are driven by a key factors at the individual level of analysis, including diaspora members, a degree of social embeddedness, intensity of the community effect, and the perception of a perceived level of ethnic advance, like another uh, close time. Um, when I start this, I always say where you have to look, what you want to do, and I say awareness is you have to be aware from what is happening now. We're in a shift. We're in a shift. We are trying to put our African brothers another shift, another mind shift in the world. And awareness is just like a light that is shining on an object. Without the light, the object still's there. The problem is just that you are not able to see it because it is dark. And that is what is happening now in Africa. So I want to elaborate with you to pull out the darkness, what is always saying about Africa, because the opportunities are there, but you have to be aware that they are there. There's a gap in Africa now. We have 30 million African migrants living outside their countries, and they are sending home about 40 billion on an annual basis. This is the money we are sending home every year, estimated. That means if we have a good organization, if we have a good structure, if we have a diaspora bank, if we have um, come together, talk to each other, and not only a theoretical way, but to start a business, and not only business to send money for a brother and sister to consume, but the 40 billion dollar we send every year, if we put a strong organization beyond that or under that, we could deliver more. So that is a little bit awareness we have to have. And um, Africa is now the growing economic of the world. In only in Nigeria, we had 3.2% year economic growth in Africa. There is no country who had that in this crisis time. Half of the world youth will be Africans. I say it again, half of the world's youth will be Africans. So that's a potential you have to know. Doing business in 2013 reports rank Mauritius, South Africa, Rwanda, Botswana, Ghana, Tanzania, Namibia, above China for best performing BRICS country. Yes, you hear it right, above China. So let's keep that in mind. Morocco, Zambia, Egypt, Kenya, Uganda, Ethiopia, and Nigeria rank above India and Brazil for growing economics. So we have to know that that is what I'm saying about the awareness. We have to know what we are talking about. The diaspora who are always saying, I want to invest in my homeland and I want to do business with my homeland and I want to invest. They have to know what they are talking about. And this is what I always perform on my podium to tell the great multinationals, if you're not stepping in now, you will be late. Because if we look in the source of McKinsey and Company, the research they did, they say in 2012, the mass middle was 54% and the poor was 29% in Africa. And what we see a shift. They say there will be a shift in 2022 that the upper middle class will be 54%. So there will be a shift from the mass middle to the upper middle. And that means there is a lot of research there. There are people who can buy things. It is a market there to invest and to do business. Also, with the democratic and the social, demographic and the social change, democratic shift means that 50% of the world population grow between now and 2050 is expected to come from Africa. So Africa will deliver 50% of the world population grow. That means the world population is predicted to increase with 1 billion by 2050, with 50% of that figure expected to become from Africa. So we have to think now what we will do with these figures. We have to think about scenarios. We have to think about how we will be in time there for when this happens. Half of the world um, will be in Africa. Um, and so we have to think now what is happening. And not only we are thinking that, there are some great countries who are noticing this already and try to invest in Africa already. For example, China. If we look about what China is doing in Africa, what India is doing, what France is doing, what US is doing, and Germany is doing, they are filling the gap already. And it is a question of yes, if there is a gap, there will be somebody who will fill it in. And now it is China and the other countries doing that. I miss the diaspora in this column, in this figure. What is the diaspora doing to fit this gap? We hear about the increase of the population. We hear about the upper classes coming up in Africa. The wealth is building in Africa. What are we doing? For example, we have to understand the determination of diaspora investment interests. And we say, if you ask what we can do, I say facilitate government attempts to promote great level of foreign direct investment. The problem diaspora have and other multinational have in our homeland is we don't have one office. We call it one loket. If I want to invest in my homeland or in Africa or wherever, I have to go through a lot of officers and a lot of paperwork. We need to help. If you ask what diaspora could help, we need to help our government and our homeland to build one office loket. That means you only go to one office, one loket to do all your business for investment. Help diaspora organize identity methods for more efficiently aid engagement and supporting their members. That is what we have to help. And when I say this thing, I don't mean our homeland have to help the diaspora here, also our land where we're living in. So we have to communicate with our homeland and with the land where we're living in, for example, Brussels, the Netherlands, and Europe and America. offer investment promotion agents and invest in companies. And what I say, we have to start building a new uh, a diaspora community, a strong diaspora community. We have to have also a link between investment intention and actual investment. That is for sure that you have to bring the investors who are now busy, um, and create a better investment, or to work on that. I make an figure to how to attack what I just say now. Mostly, we say mostly every attack to do something is from A to B, like linear. We are going from, yeah, this is the situation now. We don't like the situation now. We want to go to B, and B is the right situation. I say, don't try to go from A to B. Try to put the C on it. The C is below, and that is reflect on it. Fill the create, make the community vital by self-sufficiency, and that is what I will call all the time, and that's why I'm on the, the topic business summit and not on another summit, because the other summits are more like, yeah, we are needy, we need help, we need help, and that is not what I'm not an advocacy of that. I want self-efficiency, self-sufficiency. We have to create a new ecosystem in which we optimize the inclusive society and minimize discriminations drivers. And then I say how we can build a strong diaspora community to work on all those things I just mentioned. Um, this is not something I comes out of my brain. It is something, it's economic. It's one of our great thinkers in America study all the groups, all the social groups, and he came to the conclusion that the only way to build a strong community, he look at the Jewish community, he look at the Italian community, he look at the other community, and he say, what I saw there is they all, to build a strong community, they all have five domains or five topics where they're working on, and that is education, education, education. But not only education, they start with economic. You have to build. You have to build on wealth. You have to make sure that you have enough money. You have to make sure that you earn enough money. You have to know, you have to make sure that you have enough research, and then politics. Don't forget, we have to mix into politics. We have to have our brothers and sisters who are in politics. We could ask for or try to lobby and do these things. Also, here it is rechtelijke macht, but that means law. We have to have people who are in a law, who are helping us if there is a question about what is law and what not. And also the media. Media means expose all those things we are busy with, because we have so many people who are busy, but we don't know them, we don't meet each other, we don't know each other. So we have to have a strong media also. I put spirituality. That is not what the doctor in America says, but I put it true. I say, to make a strong community handle this, we have to add spirituality. And I say, let's build a new economic system. And an economic system is a good practice that make a potential of Rwanda that facilitate diversity transition, a youth diaspora member from Nigeria in our network. We have to look, and these are my recommendation. If you ask me, John, what are the research for Africa development? I say, yeah, let's start to compare strategy instead of ad hoc project. In order for African government to facilitate the skills and value, a diaspora engagement strategy which is built on a medium of long-term capacity needs assessment with a clear focus on transfer. I could send you all these things, and later on maybe I will elaborate on these again. But you have to use high skills professional in diaspora for nation building. and of course create a massive technical part of that. And before I close, I say all the talking is before midnight, and after midnight, everything changes what we are talking today. So, and before midnight, we make plans, we talk about business cases, we have meetings, and when the meeting finish, we make the plans. And tomorrow is a total other a day, a total different things happens, and we are not prepared for that. So let's talk after midnight and not before midnight. Let's not just talk about plans and making plans and things like that. I think my time is up. Thank you for listening. And if you want to elaborate on this, and when we have more time to talk about those things, you can reach me on this telephone number, email, and LinkedIn. And of course, um, you can reach me by Phoenicia, who organized this event. I want to thank Phoenicia for the opportunity, and thank you for listening to my contribution. Thank you.